Alright, hey everybody, this is Skoompa and we're going to be starting in on our first Let's Play together, ever! So this is very exciting for me, as you know. Anyway, and as you can see by the title screen, we are going to be playing Shovel Knight. Let's get into it. Let's make the joke that everybody has to make, and let's dig into it. Anyway, we got a name screen, so let's go ahead and put in our name. Scoop's good. I guess wasn't really paying attention, but maybe I just misspelled it. Okay, Scoop. Yes, choose his profile. Yeah, we're going to be starting a new game. I've already beaten this game. It's super fun. I'm on the New Game Plus mode. Let's go ahead and skip over the intro. Basically, the gist of it is that you're a knight, and you've got a friend knight who you don't have anymore. And it's really good. I recommend playing this game and buying it yourself, so you can watch that intro. It's very nice. It's got a good NES feel, as does a lot of this game. So let's talk about the game a little bit. Shovel Knight is a game that came out in 2014, and it's meant to inspire a retro NES style feel, and I think it does so perfectly. Not being a huge fan of the NES genre, or games that came out of that period, I was more of a late bloomer, I guess. My first console was Nintendo 64, so a bit later, but I'm a big fan of this tough platformers, which this one does prove to be, and it's super fun, but it's challenging in a good way, and we'll see. As you can see, these opening levels, they're really easy. A lot of your primary goal is just learning how to get gems and stuff. And you'll notice that one of the primary techniques that I'm using is this DuckTales sort of bounce thing, and that's used all over the place. It's one of the DuckTales is obviously one of the biggest influences on this game, and so we'll be seeing that jump a lot. Otherwise, it's got, a lot of other platforms. Oh gosh, okay, we got the bug. I'm gonna see how far we can go without me getting hit. You saw me pass by a checkpoint earlier. Those actually have a really interesting mechanic that I didn't know for a long time, but I don't think that I'll be using it because it does make the game a bit harder on myself, and I'm not the best player there is ever out there, so we'll probably just be going through the game normally, just seeing if I can beat it. Trying to speed up wherever I can, but otherwise, this will be a pretty standard playthrough. And one of the big things about this game is, not that, just kidding. I thought that was going to be like a secret wall, like the one that's right here, actually. Right here is that you'll see these walls. Some of them have indent marks. Later on in the game, they don't. But once you hit them, like this one, yeah, later on in the game. Oh, okay. Slime Man gets the first hit. You win this time, Slime Man. Anyway, so we'll go down here. This is just an introductory stage. What I like about this stage a lot is that it teaches a lot of the game basics without you really kind of realizing it. You're just kind of going along. I mean, obviously, I already know all the basics because I have played through this game. But there will be certain holes that you'll just have to know how to do. What are one of the big things? One of the I forgot something. One of the main skills of the game, just to get by, and you won't even realize it. You'll do it because it seems like the most obvious choice, but then from then on, it can then it can trust you that hey, I think this guy knows what he's doing. He knows how to get by this place. Anyway, oh my gosh, okay, Slime's maybe my biggest enemy in this game. Oh wait, I don't want to kill this guy. I want to jump on him so I can get that. That's another thing that I really like about this game, is that it introduces pieces that, usually in most games you just want to kill all the enemies, but in this game, if you just kind of do that blindly, then you're going to miss some valuable stuff. And so I like that a lot. This game does have a really big emphasis on treasure and just getting as much treasure as you can. They call the Shovel Knight the Blue Borrower, which is really interesting name that I don't totally understand. I don't totally understand the lore of Shovel Knight, why it's I generally accept that he's a shovel, because I have no reason to believe that's a weird thing. I mean, he is the only knight with a shovel, and some people do make fun at the fact that he doesn't use a weapon, he uses a shovel instead of that, but I don't talk about it. Just kind of go with the flow, man. If you want to use a shovel, hey, I'm not going to fight you. Or me. That's me. Hey, if I'm going to use a shovel, don't fight me. If you fight me, I'm going to use my shovel in a battle against you, I guess. And so anyway, I think we needed that guy earlier. I think he respawns every time though, so even if we had crushed him, he would be okay. Anyway, what are the OGs? So we've got these skulls, and you can see that my attack style, or you know, you can see it. I don't know if you were. Oh, that's the first chest. How to get to that? That was the first time I ever played through this game. That was the first chest. I was like, oh, how do I get to that? And oh, jeez. And I just didn't know how, and I skipped it on my first playthrough, which was super embarrassing, because I thought I would get to it later, then I kind of forgot about it, I guess, and then just never went back to it. So, ha! We got it. I love the animation that plays whenever you open this chest. It's like, it adds a good intrinsic feeling when you get all the money, and just him going through it. Another checkpoint right here, I don't know if I made that clear. It's got a flame in it. Later on we'll start seeing gems in there. Oh, he blended in so well, I didn't even notice him. Slime Man. Oh man, if this game was just Slime Man, I don't think I'd be able to finish it. It'd be way too hard. Anyway, we're just going through the first stage. Nothing too difficult. Nothing. Oh jeez, should have waited there. We've got a hole here, so that's a little something new. We got to hit these guys on the head, of course, because heads are weak spots. Which makes sense. No, versus the rest of them. Got an apple. You can see in the top center, we've got my light. Oh, that was so dumb. Why would I do that? Anyway, well, this shows off this is a good point to show off how the continue mechanic works in this game. Okay, he's hiding behind the grass. I don't feel bad about missing him that time then. What happens, since this game has such a focus on coins and gems and stuff, it benefits from when you die, you lose coins and gems instead of having a life continue system. I'm not a big fan of having lives and continue systems, even though I think 2D platformers are one of the best genres for it. But, oh wow. Okay, I just don't want to fall in that hole when he actually dies, you know? Anyway, I think they're really good in the 2D platformer genre, but I like the way that they do it in it. Okay, he was just going to... This is what I died to last time. A man that just jumps off of bridges. That's awful. I'm not gonna make any jokes there. Anyway. Anyway, but I really like the continue mechanic. You just lose a bunch of coins, and then it's in sort of the Dark Souls style. It's your turn to go and get them back. I wonder if this game is inspired at all by Dark Souls. That's a really good question. I'll have to ponder that, because I don't know if I'll ever remember to ask Yacht Club Games that. By the way, this game was made by Yacht Club Games. This is the first game of theirs to my knowledge, and they did it through Kickstarter. I'd followed this game a long time. I hadn't funded it specifically, but it was one of the few games that I ever considered funding on Kickstarter. The scumlord of me, right? But anyway, it's really good. I've been following it for a long time. I'm super excited to be playing it now in 2015. I did get it kind of late. I had debated getting it on the Wii U or the PC, but since I have my PC everywhere versus the Wii U, okay. And so now we're up to our first boss, the Black Knight. I knew you'd show your face sooner or later. The cerulean coward. Ah, I love the banter in this game. It's got some really good dialogue, but it's pretty understated. It's just kind of, you know, it's there. It's got the funny puns, the order of no quarter. I really like that. I'm not like, I understand I'm really bad at the first boss fight. For most of the boss fights, you'll want to go into this DuckTales sort of thing and see if you can't get like a bunch of hits off of one of their mistakes, which is awesome. I really like how they have this like whole personality of the Black Knight has like, you know, this really coggy attitude, and he like laughs at you at points, and that's your chance to overtake him. Also like that he is a shovel. But they never talk about it, which is super weird. Okay, well, you need to die then. Alright, got him. Alright, first try. That's a lot better than my first playthrough. I think I got it in like the 4th or 5th try on my first playthrough. It was really embarrassing. Yeah. Yay. Beat him. And then the screen goes to... Oh, it's such a cool little retro effect. I mean, I can't think of any game that does that, you know, in its interlude sections, but that, it's just so nice. And the music is awesome, by the way. I hear that the person who did the Mega Man 2 soundtrack also did some of the songs in this game, maybe all of them, not too sure. My research should be more in depth before I started on these things. Anyway, that's the other knight that we're friends with, the Shield Knight. We're supposed to catch her, so I'm going to place myself under here and catch her. I don't think it makes any difference on anything if you do or not, but I mean, I'm not a jerk. Anyway, here's the first secret that here's a secret I had never noticed my first time. It was actually when somebody else was playing it. They were just like, what if I do that? And I was like, why would you even think to do that? And it was beautiful. And I was like, that's so awesome. Anyway, okay, here we are to the title screen. The first thing you notice is that there are a lot of, it doesn't even let you go past. Okay, well, I guess the first place that we'll be going into is the village. Alright. Oh, I like this guy. So this is like the this is like the only reference to that we have a shovel, and that is weird that we have a shovel in the entire game. Otherwise, I think everyone's just like, oh yeah, he's a shovel. I don't talk about it. Anyway, there's a lot of people here. They'll give you some good advice. The main people you want to talk to is the bard, because he'll be like, hey, I lost all my music sheets. And, you know, as a musician, yeah, that's a problem. You have 2 music sheets. I don't even remember getting 2, but yeah, we'll get 500 for each one. Strike the air. And now that we've given him those 2, we can listen to him play those at any time. Not going to be doing that, even though it's really good songs, but, you know, just don't want to. We got a pretty vase. Yeah, I don't think she does anything. Anyway. And then we've also got the Goatician, and he says we can increase magic or health. I usually go for health first. I don't see magic as big of a thing. And then once we have a meal ticket, we can talk to the gastronomer. Gosh, I love the humor in this game. It's got some silly stuff. I mean, we just passed by the point that we were talking to a goat scientist, but now we're talking to a gastronomer. Anyway, and then you can see our life bar goes up by, it actually goes up by 2 hits, which is really cool. And we've got a bunch of people down here. They're all going to talk about like things that they've lost or are missing, or I guess. And then the witch at the end will tell us all of our statistics. Dig piles is the number of gold you collected. Is blah 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 blah. And yeah. And we say thanks, I guess. We can also go down into here. We can talk to this guy. He says, I know things are tough, but don't throw in the trowel. He says terrible puns. He tells us about the Trowel King, and there's a blue guy. What are you talking about, blue guy? He has some wares we can buy from him. We're going to buy this. And then that gives us our first item. Let me go ahead and buy the other one before explaining how items work. So items are just equipable to your... you can press select, you can equip them to... And see them in the top corner. You can also toggle through them with the... not triggers, the shoulder buttons. Anyway. And they can do different things, like the fishing rod does that. You'll see it a little more better. I don't have enough money anymore. Okay, well, I'm glad I did all that then. The fishing rod does that. Then we have this magic snot bubble thing. And it just kind of goes along, does its own thing. I like messing with this, because then the hedgehog, I love it. He's a hedge farmer. Get it, guys? Because he's a hedgehog. And we're gonna stand on this woman's... I'm gonna stand on her rack. That's what she said. And we want her to be more over here, because there's that treasure up there and stuff. I like how there's horses everywhere. I like how... I think it's just like... taper? No, not a taper. That's like a... you know, if you can think of the animal I'm thinking of, you want a prize, I guess. You went that, ta-da! But I can't really... Okay, so there's this Grizzle's here. If you know what he does, good job, because I don't know. He's every time I talk to him, he's just like, hey, don't be too depressed. I'm like, well, I mean, you know, I'm just a shovel knight. No pressure there. Anyway, I got that thing from the bard. I could just leave and then give it to him at a later point, but I have it. I don't want him to be without it, so I just give it to him. And he'll tell us like something about when he was writing the piece, or you know, some little funny note. We'll skip over that for now. Okay, now we're on to the main meat of the game, and I guess that's where we will start our first episode. Anyway, thank you for joining me. My name is Scoopadoop, and I hope you've been having a really good fun time, because I have myself. And yeah, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and do all that fun stuff. It really helps out. And yeah, see you next time.